Okay, I am back. We are in Nashville now. We completed our move. We had some issues when we first moved into the house. We had a bunch of repairs and stuff that had to get made. And we got that all squared away now. And life is starting to settle in and being normal. And now I've got some time to start shooting photography vlogs again. So I am actually standing in our backyard. House is back over my shoulder over here. And so there's a little creek that runs through back behind our property over here with some really pretty wildflowers back there and a little cascade over some limestone slabs right back there. So I'm gonna go back there and snap a few photos, take you guys along for the ride, and come on, here we go. Okay, so I'm coming down by the creek here. There's always a little trepidation because from what I'm understanding, there's cottonmouths and copperheads in this area. I haven't seen any yet, but I'm always really leery walking down here because especially the cottonmouths, they like to hang out by the water. So yeah, pay a little extra attention. That's what I'm doing. So I'm set up over here where the water's kind of funneling down into like a little cascade, and it's really pretty. Snap a few photos here. There's a really nice log in the background here. Kind of adds some visual interest to it. Some leaves hanging over the top. I hope you can hear me over the sound of the water. It's really pretty in here. Just gotta be careful. These rocks are really slippery and I don't wanna hit it. Hit it and fall. So I'm gonna snap a few photos here. I'm gonna do a couple different things and see what comes out best, maybe with a little bit longer exposure so you kind of get that silky smooth look that I've shot before in the past. So we'll see how this goes. So what I'm looking at here is I got this main cascade coming down over here, and then there's like this swirly bit going on here, and with a little bit of a longer exposure, it kind of makes look like the bubbles are going around in a circle. It's really pretty. Took a couple photos of it. We'll see how they come out. They should be pretty good, so I'm going to put them up right here. So I just turned around 180 degrees, looking back behind where I was just sitting before, and I got this, I didn't put it there, but there's this really pretty leaf there. It looks like it's from a, they call a tulip poplar. We've got a couple of them in our backyard. They're really pretty, but they're starting to change colors a little bit. So I'm gonna take a couple pictures of this just really pretty little spillway here. See how they come out. So this is actually my first time back in here walking in the creek. I got my Gore-Tex boots on, trying to keep my feet dry, but I've never walked up here to see what's a little bit further out. I'm trying to watch out for some deep water here, but there may be some other cool shots over here that I haven't found yet. So I've been scoping out that cascade for a while, truth be told, but this is really pretty in here. Let's see what I can find. Kind of getting set up for put myself in the screen to be like a subject. But I think I'm gonna like come out here and straddle over these two pieces of limestone and let the water kind of run down between my legs. So we'll see how that comes out. I like it. It's really pretty in here though. These trees overhanging the sides of the creek. I believe it's called 7 Mile Creek. So imagine it probably runs 7 miles. I think it eventually ends up in the Cumberland River one way or another, which is like a really big river that runs through, winds through Nashville. So yeah, here we go. Nature always amazes me. It's this little plant growing up out of the rock. It's probably underwater, you know, fairly often. Every time it rains, it probably floods up over this. You can see it's all, the limestone all around here is wet. We had a pretty good storm yesterday. So the water level is probably 6 inches higher or so yesterday, but this little plant just seems to like prevail. Doesn't look like real old, but I got a cool camera. I got my camera set up with a really cool shot. That little leaf down in the corner as well, kind of some added interest, and I did not put that there. It was just there by itself. So I'm taking advantage of the situation. See how it comes out. All right, it's a little more exploring. I'm not finding a lot of other compositions to work with over in here, so I'm gonna head up by these wildflowers that are up along the trail behind our house and see if I can get a couple of good compositions with those. They're really pretty. They're starting to fade a little bit. They are like what I call a black-eyed Susan, like kind of little wild daisies. Really pretty though. So see what we can come up with over there. All right, back up the slope here. Like I said, always looking for snakes. As you can see, I've got my second camera set up facing this patch of, I'm gonna call them black-eyed Susans. Really pretty. They're starting to fade a bit. They're starting to get a little bit crinkly and dried out. We haven't had rain until yesterday for about 3 weeks, so it's been really dry and kind of force these guys into, you know, autumn mode. But we'll see if we can find a few cool compositions in here. See what happens. So I found another composition over here with just this one flower sitting out here, kind of a couple dead ones behind it, kind of adds a little extra interest. So it's really pretty. It's a little bit windy now, so I'm having to shoot a little bit faster shutter speed so that I can get it to freeze without having it being blurry. But I think it's coming out pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. That looks good. So here's what that shot looks like from the back of the camera. So the leaves are a little bit glary. I could put like what I call a polarizing filter on to get the glare off it, but it's not bothering me. And flower really seems to stand out pretty well. So I like that shot a lot. Okay, that's gonna wrap it for me. I'm gonna head back up to the house. It's getting really hot and humid. I'm pretty well soaked right now. I've got a couple more photos I'm gonna put up as well that I took a couple days ago of these really pretty, like green and purple looking damselflies that were down by the creek. I was just out here shooting a couple photos. So I'll put those up as well. I hope you enjoyed this. It's really pretty out here. I'm really thankful to be where we're at. Have this nice creek back behind us. When the leaves start to change a little bit more, I'm gonna come back and get some photos with the fall colors. Seems the only leaves kind of dropping now are some of these tulip poplars. And then we have a couple of cottonwood trees in the back of our yard that have dropped quite a few leaves in the last few days, especially after the rain yesterday. So anyways, I'm back. I'm excited to be back at this. I've got a couple more, like I said before, that I shot. One more up in the Sierras by a waterfall, and then another one or two from Sedona area that I'm going to put together coming up after this one. I just want to do a re-intro. I'm back, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for following me. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good day.